Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and pool fans from around the world, to the 22nd Derby City Classic. We having fun yet, guys, in here? Come on. It's been amazing pool so far, and things are really heating up inside the Diamond Arena. We started with 16 of the greatest players on the planet, put them on this Diamond 5 by 10 foot table, and now we're down to just 8. The winners of today's matches will be in the Final Four and moving into the money. This is the Diamond Bigfoot 10-ball challenge. Taking on, competing, our 2 fan favorites. Let's get to it. First up, he's a world champion, Derby City all-around champion, and member of the Billiards Hall of Fame. Sponsored by REL, Camille Hughes, and 3 seconds from Toronto, Canada. Make some noise for the Lion, Alex PAGULAYAN. And his opponent's a 5-time U.S. Open champion, 2-time World Pool Masters champion. He's a Bigfoot Challenge champion, 13-year member of Team USA, sponsored by Q-Tech, Dynaspheres Pool Ball, Andy Cloth, and VNEA Pool League from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, USA. Put your hands together for the South Dakota Kid, Shane VAN BOENING. They're lagging for the break. Our referee is Mr. Ricky Bryant, and sending it up to the guys in the Accu-Stats booth.
Good luck, gentlemen. We could not possibly be more excited to watch great pool here at the Bigfoot Challenge. Danny Diliberto, our Hall of Famer, is here with me, Mark Wilson. And Danny, talk a little bit about this match.
Well, I'd like to say that PAGULAYAN just made a big transformation. He just finished, within the hour, a 9-ball match on the 4.5 by 9 table in the other room, and now he's come right over here and he's playing 10-ball on a 5 by 10. The big transformation. I don't think it'll bother him, because nothing bothers him.
No, and he plays a lot on a 6 by 12 in the past too.
And Shane, I just watched him practice for an hour, breaking them. You know how much patience you got to break the balls, run and rack them again, break them again, and do it for an hour. You know, he loves the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then he practiced hitting balls.
This is second round action. This is the first match of the second round. This match is worth $4,000.
Yeah.
And to your point about the breaking, nobody tore up the break throughout round number 1 like Shane Van Boening. He was making both balls right behind the head ball in the side pockets.
Again.
Well, he made one, got kissed into a scratch. Can't really fault him on that. The cue ball was sifting straight back. Great opportunity here for PAGULAYAN. Couple balls down on the break.
Yeah, good.
One ball
good
down
time
on the
to
break.
start. You know, you could win the first game, and that helps mentally always.
And anything you can do to kind of neuter the break advantage that Shane Van Boening figures to have.
Well, if he scratches, you don't have to. He did it on the break. And like you say, he's the only one breaking them real well.
This is interesting because Alex may have to do a little something with the cue ball. If he just floats it over there real soft, he could land pretty straight on the 3. So he might choose to do something a bit more aggressive, maybe come around 3 rails.
Well, I think he could spin it soft.
He could hold it, but no.
Yeah.
Does he have? Okay, he's okay. I think he can
Sure
draw
he is.
with that angle.
Yeah, that was a little fuller than you thought.
Alex is a master craftsman on these runouts, and that's what sets him apart. And it was learned from playing 15-ball rotation, where there's so much more clutter in there.
And snooker also.
Yeah, we know he's a great snooker player. He won the Canadian Open twice.
Yeah.
One of the few players that plays with his grip behind 90 degrees at impact. Fell just a little bit short, and even for a tall player, requires a bridge on a 5x10. Mercifully, Alex is quite nimble with the bridge, unlike most pool players.
Yeah, he needs the bridge. Plays on the 6x12 snooker table a lot, so he has used this bridge a couple times.
Gonna pinch it out of the corner, 2 cushions.
Good hit.
Good speed, too.
Yes.
Wow. Got very flat on this, so he can handle the cue ball quite easily. Considering staying on the same side of the table that he's now, and then just draw across one rail. Opted to go the other way. Now he can just use draw and float.
Yeah, where the 10 is, it doesn't matter which pocket you shoot the 8 in.
Well, he'll go to the long pocket just
Yeah.
because that's more conservative and less risky.
Yeah. Very good.
Excellent. Only needs a stop shot here. Nicely done. Comfortable way to start the match. Pick up ball in hand. It's almost like just a warm-up rack. 1-0 now for Pagulayan.
And it's his break. Because Shane went in the pocket on his break.
Steve Parsons and Alvin Randall, table 8. And on table 9, Anthony McLeano and Sean Wilkie. So that's Anthony McLeano, Sean Wilkie on 9, Steve Parsons and Alvin Randall on 8, Billy Thorpe and Tyler Steyer on table 6.
Breaking from just a little bit left of center. See what Pagulayan can do. It's the 4 and 5 ball right behind the head ball. That's the one that Shane generally makes. Pagulayan goes with the soft break. Both of the balls from right behind the head ball went short of the side pockets.
Well, Shane's got a shot on the 1, but tough to control the cue ball here. It's like 10 feet away.
Yeah. Looks like a 2-cushion path. He'll introduce some left-hand side spin, lope it open around the 8 and 7.
You don't want to run into any balls.
Oh boy, he hit that good. Look how he got on a
Oh,
pretty
perfect.
straight angle
He got
here.
good.
Yeah.
You couldn't put it better with your fingers.
That was one of those don't play position when you have position shots,
Yeah,
because
that's
everything
Buddy Hall saying.
you were not going to do that much better than this, but you did run some risks, so just settle for a little bit longer shot. The 4 is right over the side, so This is just get the ball down. Kind of the other thing is, if you're afraid to make that shot, you're not going to win in this competition anyway. I'm not saying you never miss it. I'm just saying that you got to be able to take that shot.
But you know what pool's all about? If you're shooting the right shot, you will hit it better. If you're sure it's the right shot.
Right. Little bit bump to release from the rail. Shane's close to the 5, has the angle. That makes getting on the 6 much better. Still not an easy shot to get position on, but it's very manageable for the likes of Shane Van Boening. The 9's obstructing the corner pocket, so he is going to have some work here. If he gets in trouble, he could play the 6 off the 9, going rail first with the 6, but he generally prefer to not do that.
Well, it's like you said, this is not that automatic, because where he has to get, he could very well snooker himself.
Table 24, you are on the clock.
Wow, nice shot there, Danny.
Again.
Yeah. Now he's got to power up. He's over the 10. We're playing all ball fouls. Good speed there.
Yep.
Well, maybe he went a little further than you really wanted, but still a good shot. He's close enough he can handle the cue ball here.
Oh, he'll kill it. He'll kill it. He'll be good.
Exactly right. 9's over the pocket, so Shane can play the 8 from a little bit greater range.
Yeah, when the next ball is near a pocket, don't gamble on missing the ball. Just cinch it.
Pocket match on table 21. We need Tyler Fought. Tyler Fought to table 21.
Very pure strike of the cue ball there.
Well, I saw that years ago. I said, you know what? This guy's a great player because he hits the cue ball so well.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But he's also the hardest working man in pool today.
Yeah.
All right. Van Boening captures game 2 from a dry break. Our score is 1 game apiece.
You're absolutely no Facebook Live. The folks from Accu-Stats spent a lot of money and effort to broadcast this. So if you were thinking about it, they will find you, they will arrest you, and you will be put in prison. 1-1 as we go into game 3. Shane Van Boening to break.
Well, let's see what happens. Last time he scratched on the break, but he made the second ball in the side. That's the ball he's playing.
The 9 or the 6.
There it is.
No.
It didn't go this time, but you get the idea.
Dry break back. Let's see, 5. Yeah, dry break.
Oh, yeah, definitely a dry break. And we know the balls are always dry. And I always say, what is it when you make one? A wet break?
Yeah, I guess. Behind his back. Pagulayan. Uh-oh. I don't know about that. No, perfect. Whew. But he's glad he didn't nick that 8 ball.
Well, he did, but it didn't affect it.
On table 28.
Yeah, he's got good cue ball, this guy.
Tony Coleman to 20.
Very good cue ball. He's a great one-pocket player because of that.
4 cushion position. Beautiful shot. Knowledgeable audience recognizes what a great position play that was. He fell a little bit straight, but he's so close, he should be able to manipulate the cue ball a little bit.
Well, it is a knowledgeable audience because they have watched all the best players in the world for 23 years here.
You have to be careful with this, though. He's going to have to pop this a little bit. Boy, worked the cue ball very close. Now, he will not be able to escape the cushion on this shot with his cue ball. So now he's going to go over and look at exactly what angle he wants to easily transfer to the 6 from the 5. If you get too full on this, then it kind of warps and it does not want to come around the table 3 rails. Here's another look at our right after this shot.
Oh, he tried to create an angle, and that cost him the ball.
But look at this. It kind of tangled up, and I don't think it's makeable. We're going to get another look at that great
makeable
position shot. Here, with the bridge, 4 cushion position. Great speed.
Very good.
He was not sure what Shane was looking at, and he was queuing up as if it was makeable.
It is. It definitely is. You know, you could twirl it in one way or another, whichever side it's not hitting. Yeah, he'll get it, but he's cutting it.
He's playing safe. Trying to play safe.
I'm surprised at that. I thought the ball through. But I think he left Alex a shot to get out here.
Yeah, real first shot for sure.
Yeah, but the next ball is a little tricky. But he's still glad he's got this.
Yeah, after missing the 4 ball, I'm sure he is glad to have this. These are big decisions. It looks like, just a straightforward hit it and then see what you get. But at this level, you can't, because it oftentimes gets converted by your opponent. An errant shot can easily turn into 2 or 3 games.
You know, folks, this is a big game because this is the money. You get 4. Everybody who wins this round in 10 ball has $4,000 coming. A lot of people got to work all day for $4,000.
That's right. That's right. Sometimes I have to give 2 lessons. This is not an easy position play either, even though the ball's close to the pocket. Great shot there.
Right, didn't bother him.
He had to use effective topspin and then high power to get the cue ball to take that path. You can see the cue ball really arc into the second rail off the first rail. Pretty hit.
Great shot.
Pretty hit.
Where are you going, cue ball?
Yeah, it went to the exact spot he didn't want to be. A little more or a little less of anything would have been so much better.
I don't know what he's got.
The reason it went there was that he was not afforded the luxury of position play due to the difficulty of the ball. He wanted to make sure he got that ball down, and that affected his speed. He wanted to hit at that pace.
Okay, what do you do now, though, Mark?
Looks like he's playing safe, right? Maybe.
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough save. He might be trying to freeze him on the 10. No, he played a safe off the 8. He got him snookered anyway.
Danny, that's a fantastic shot to move both balls that well from that range.
That was real good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Folks,
not an easy
you don't
shot.
always have to make balls to win matches. This kind of stuff wins too.
Well, and this kind of shot is harder than a lot of long straight in shots. What he did to move the balls like this, they don't naturally go there. You have to control the speed and the direction.
Tough ball to hit.
Be a pretty shot though. He needs to hit the side. Oh, he's going one rail. Okay. Yeah, I guess he can get it one rail. Miss it on the short side.
Just missed it, but he missed it.
He would have preferred to miss it on the short side because he could get it coming off the rail too, which would have expanded his margin of error. When he missed it long, once you go by it, there's never any hope. Have a secondary approach to the 7 ball. Ball in hand, wide open 4-ball layout here.
Well, I think he's got the angle to go to the side pocket for the 9. And he's going to shoot left-handed. Looks like he's getting ready to shoot left-handed.
He put his extension on.
Okay,
so,
he's
yeah,
all right.
I think that's why he
Yeah.
Once again, you can see his grip is well
Try
behind
to
90 degrees.
Yeah, try to get to the middle. Good shot.
The economy of motion of travel of the cue ball lends itself to consistency. Alex PAGULAYAN, a recent Hall of Fame inductee. Shane Van Boening only lacks age. He needs to be 3 years older than he is now. He's 37. You got to be 40 to go in the Hall of Fame, but he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. No doubt.
No doubt about that.
2-1, PAGULAYAN. Danny feels that Shane Van Boening is the greatest player he ever played against.
That I even ever saw. Playing against, yeah, I did play everybody, so my opinion counts. But he you know what it is about him? He learned so quickly. You know, he first came around, he couldn't play one pocket. He didn't know the game. He learned it right away.
Yeah.
He learns real quick.
You're not going to come from South Dakota and be a very accomplished one-pocket player to start with because there's never any exposure to it till he gets around you guys to see what high-level one-pocket's required. Once he learns what's required, then he's going to work at it till he gets it.
Yeah, and he gets it quick, believe me.
PAGULAYAN going back just left of the center of the table. He did not go with high velocity. The 8 and the 4 right behind the 1. Good square hit. 8 balls short, the 4 balls long. Those balls behind the head ball are just not going for anyone but Shane. I don't know what happened. Day 1, they were going in pretty freely for most people. But yesterday, they all went short. So now you're relying on either random chance or the 4-railer on the 2 and 3. And not being productive on the break is not the recipe to beat Shane Van Boening.
Well, I used to think it was all random, but now that I saw this guy break a million times, I know he knows something others don't. That's why I said yesterday, you want to learn how to break, watch this guy. Do what he does. Of course, he does everything else so well, so just the break isn't going to save you.
Buys you some time, though, if you can score some balls. Just let the cue ball slide out about where the head spot is. Very good. You can go forward or backward, but forward offers much more control. So this will be 2 cushions trying to get to the center of the table.
That's pretty good. Got to come back a little. Oh, he went forward. I guess that was the better speed. It's always better speed going forward than drawing the ball.
Well, and it was clear based on where the cue ball went that he was pretty straight, so he didn't want to force it over there and then end up having to get a little bit more of an angle on the 7 where he had the cue ball collide into the 10. This lends itself to getting on the 8 much easier. And rather than try to go no rails, he went 1 rail and came off of it, which offers a little greater control to make sure you fall on that 8.
And he needs an angle on the 9, which he's got.
Table 40, Lonnie Marshall. Table 40, Lonnie Marshall. You're on the clock.
I have to tell you, when I was the captain of the Mosconi Cup team, it was always so reassuring that even though Shane didn't necessarily do good, but when he'd have open layouts like this, for once I could breathe.
Yeah, you're right.
When my other players were playing, I was sweating bullets.
You're right.
I could relax and think about something else. And got Big Hoss out there handling the last 4 or 5 balls. Because he didn't falter much on those.
And you'll hardly see any attitude with him. So you can't tell if he's feeling good or not.
No.
He's the same.
No, he's got a strength of character and mental toughness beyond what you'd normally find. I was talking to him the other day after he won, and I was saying, man, I've been seeing your ice fishing pictures that you've been putting on Facebook, and he has a great big fish. And like, he got a twinkle in his eye when I said that. He looked at me, he goes, no, I want to get some big ones. And I go, well, those were pretty big. I said, and he goes, no, 30 pounders. And I said, well, what you had there? He said, 15. So I said, okay. But man, that's what excites him.
I love fishing, but I don't fish if it's under 85 degrees out. You know, he fishes on ice. I don't care for that.
Oh, me either. I don't like fishing anyway, but I really don't want to go out there when it's cold.
I think you like 10 ball.
I think you might be right. Well, he made a ball on the break, maybe 2. What do we got? Yeah, he made something in the side pocket. I didn't see which one it was.
Yeah, he did make 2.
Got the funny angle here. Even if he thin back cuts the 1, then the cue ball goes right into the 5, which then makes, knowing where you're getting.
Yeah, this not easy.
And how you hit the 5 is dictated by how thick or thin into the pocket the 1 goes. So it's a real sensitive shot.
Well, I think it's thin enough you won't even hit the 5.
Well, he's jacking up in an effort to try to avoid the 5. So he's going to have to draw to the inside. Yeah, he was able to, but he overcut
he missed the ball.
Yeah. It was an uncomfortable shot because he popped right out of his stance there.
Well, we're going to see some safety play now.
2 games apiece is our score. Looks like Alex will use the 6 ball to stop the 1 ball and then try to bring maybe the cue ball to the other side of the 5. He'd like to do something more aggressive, but I don't think it's laying there.
No, he can only play safe. Try to snooker him and get him to kick at something, but he doesn't have a shot to shoot for sure.
You can see where he put his fingertip. That's kind of where he'd like to locate the cue ball. This will be a great shot if Shane has to kick afterwards, which he's not going to have the right speed. So
he can hit it.
Well, he's going to come out of this ahead. The ball distribution now favors Shane Van Boening because he has control and is able to directly access the 1. And he's quite nimble with moving the balls from here favorably. It's like the cue ball go down behind the 4 and 10. No, we went to the
And you
inside.
said he's quite nimble. I thought if you were nimble, you needed a doctor.
Oh, no, that's flexible.
Okay.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Shane billiarded the 2-ball in accidentally, and now he's kind of got the distance here that he's got to try to defend himself with, and he's not. He didn't hit that nimbly, and now he's got to make a really good shot. Yeah, that was dangerous always.
Yeah, he sold out for sure.
Yeah, that's what happened when the 2-ball inadvertently went in. He effectively played safe on himself. And even though he could hit it, it's hard to manipulate the balls from that distance. That being said, he normally extricates himself from predicaments like that, and that's the definition of elite player and pretty good player, is that distinction right there. Who can get off that end rail, get themselves back to the table one more time.
Tough position here. He got just the improper angle to be natural.
Yeah.
Can't shoot it in the corner. So he's going to have to hit rails. Well, he was happy to get a long shot, I guess.
Oh, that was a fantastic shot because he had to
you're
work
right.
that cue ball, and now he's falling pretty straight. His only concern is the side pocket. Sometimes when you're pocketing this, it either hits the point or it can even scratch from that angle. So now how he hits the corner pocket with the 3 dictates whether it lets the cue ball go past the side or hit the point. He really wouldn't mind getting down table where he has the cue ball off the rail. That's why he aimed the 3-ball to the inside of the pocket.
Shot.
Yeah, now he can get to the bottom of the ball, and he got straight, so he doesn't have to deal with the 6 or the 10 when playing position with the cue ball here. Yeah, he did quite a bit with that last shot. So both shots so far have been really good. Now this is just draw back, just past the center of the table, 1 cushion. Oh, he had the angle there. Get stunned down. Awesome. Looks
Still
like,
got some work to do.
yeah, he fell a little straighter than he would have liked to have just a hint more angle.
Might have to be happy to get the long shot.
Yeah, because otherwise you have to manipulate the pocket here, and you hate to hit to a particular side of the pocket if you can avoid it.
Yeah, I think he's thinking take the long shot and get a shot.
I like the way he measured it up and then stood back up to make sure he was certain about what he wanted to do. So he's very committed, because this is far more iffy than the casual fan might initially imagine it to be.
Oh, look what he wanted to get closer,
Yeah,
which he did.
That's a great shot.
It is.
That is a great shot.
Now he's going to have to draw 1 rail.
You got to power that in, high inside spin, and then go 3 rails to get to the center of the table.
You don't think he could just draw it to the side rail, 1 rail?
It's a little bit thin. He'd have to really dig down, and I think he might hit the high side of the 10 if he did that. It depends
Let's
upon how
see.
the 6 enters the pocket.
You're right. It looks like he's going forward.
He might go right into the 10 ball here thickly. No, he was able to bend it around the top of the 10.
In other words, I was right again?
Absolutely.
I was right last year.
No, that was a great shot, too. Because if you hit it too hard, then the spin doesn't take early enough. But if you don't hit it hard enough, you don't get the cue ball back out off the rail for the 8. That was good judgment, good execution, and a great call by our Hall of Famer, Danny D.
Good speed.
He's so good.
This is an undoggable shot. Is there such a word?
Yes.
Undoggable. Look at this. He got undoggable.
Yeah, really fun match thus far. 3-2's our score. Pagulayan in front. Very entertaining.
Our sponsors, Cyclop Pool Ball, Sombrero Squaw, Q-Tech Cues, Lucasi Custom Cues, and Outsville. We hit on into rack 6, Pagulayan to break, leading 3 games to 2.
the 5 and 7 right behind the 1 that have not been going in the side pockets, but were going in the side pockets. 7 ball got kissed out. 2 ball
Made a
went
couple.
in. The 1 ball went in. 3 balls a long ways away. And pretty straight. Not even sure it has an unobstructed path to the pocket. Perhaps so, but boy, that would be a Herculean effort.
Right. It looks like it doesn't have room, but it probably does.
Good point.
I covered it all.
No, you're right. A lot of times when it looks like it's, there's more room than
Well,
you can see is the point.
Let's see if I can get into his brain waves. I think he thinks it goes. Tough shot, but it goes past.
Yeah. And if you can just back up the cue ball a little bit, it makes getting on the 5 a lot easier from the 4. If you have to go thin into the 4, it's really tough. Going to take on a safety.
He said the shot might be too tough.
Well, it's unforced errors that determine the outcome of these matches, and he's not creating an unforced error here and giving Shane an open look at the table. Going to make Shane earn that look.
Well, he can kick. He might make this in the far corner. No, not quite. Unless he would have shot harder.
Shane's disappointed that the 3 ball got near the corner pocket down
Did
there.
you ever hear of a player named Danny Christian in Florida? Pat
No.
Fleming did, and let me tell you what he did. You know how when you're looking to see if a ball passes another ball,
Yeah.
you back up and back up? He backed up into the wall. He couldn't go any further, so he went out the door, climbed on top of a car, and looked through the window. True story.
Soft rolling ball hit. That's hard to hit that and control it, but Pagulayan made it look easy. Well, Pagulayan's 41 years old, and we remember him when he was playing at 17 or 18, standing outside of the pro tournaments, beating the top players as they came out from
And
the
he
tournament.
still looks 18. Great player. Got super heart.
Absolute fan favorite. Nobody has more fun playing pool than Alex Pagulayan. Well, he got into that one a little more than I thought he really wanted. He's got quite a bit of angle here. But this is just straight topspin. All he's got to do is make the 6 ball with topspin. He will naturally come around 2 cushions. So for that reason, the shot plays a bit easier. It's still a challenging shot.
Well, the miss is possible, but position automatic, I think.
I agree.
So therefore, like you said, just make the ball like that. See where the cue ball went? Position was easier than the shot. And you become a wise pool player when you recognize that.
Through 52, those tables have been reassigned. Check the board. Check the brackets on your phone or check the board.
Good speed. Checked it up with just a little bit of outside side spin in case he hit the pocket full. He didn't want to entertain having the cue ball go straight at the 8 ball and possibly lightly bump it. So he made sure.
Yeah, but he's got a little thinner than he wanted, so I think he's got to hit 2 rails.
Being this close to the 8 ball, I think he's very comfortable to do so.
Yeah, but he can't just kill it, I don't think. He hit 2 rails, like I said.
Nice.
That makes the speed and the accuracy easier.
Perfect speed control there.
Perfect.
It's on his tiptoes. Has not been many open innings here, Danny. This is pretty fiercely contested. 4-2 will be our score now. 10 ball finds the bottom of the pocket.
Funny that happens. It's like the table has personality. Because sometimes everything is easy and sometimes it's a lot of work. Right now they're working hard.
Joshua Filler. In our evening match, John Mora will see Jason Shaw in tonight's match, Francisco Bustamante and Corey Dool. 4 games to 2 and Shane VAN.
Okay, Shane, breaking here. It's a 6 and 9, right behind the 1 ball. 9 right in. Cue ball centered up. 2 ball finds the pocket.
Found a few. I think he made 3.
And he has a really nice opening shot here. This is going to be like a patented Shane Van Boening start. This is what contributes to many racks ran during a match, is these great starts.
Of course, alternate break, you can't string the racks like that. And being the best breaker, I think that is a disadvantage to Shane.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, but you know, Pat Fleming has studied it, and he says it has no bearing in the ultimate outcome of the matches. Uh-oh, I don't know about the speed.
That's no good.
Well, it's not bad. It's just, well, it's not, he can make the ball is my point. Yeah, it's great or bad because he can't get to the bottom of the cue ball to get on the 4 very easily.
Tough shot. Definitely not a gimme anyway.
Wow.
Oh, good shot. He made that.
Amen.
Felt pretty good.
Yeah, real good job there. He didn't try to overdo anything and punch it in or anything. He tried to cinch it, but it was still an awkward play. I come back with another big shot here. Makes it look easy.
You're right.
So smooth. Many, many years of rehearsing the proper cueing action to make it look that good.
But I always add, you got to love the game to get this good.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do this for money or you'd be an idiot. If there's any money in it, then that's a bonus, but you better love the game for how much effort you have to dedicate. It's a good shot.
Well, he wanted to go a little bit harder. He's going to have to pound this to get by the 10.
I think, is he going by it or is
I
he
don't
drawing?
know. He's going to draw the ball.
Yeah, I
but
think draw with low left,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
yeah, you won't hit the 10 if you do that.
No, he was able to get around the 10. Great hit.
Well, he got a little thinner than he wanted here, but I imagine he'll handle it. It's amazing, you know, how he hits that shot. He'd rather hit it hard and hit a lot of rails than cinch it and go 1 rail.
Mm-hmm.
That's very intelligent.
Yeah, the
That's
accuracy.
a lesson right there, folks.
You're right. Yep, that extra path allowed him to let his shaft out a little bit and make a big finish to the stroke rather than try to maybe end up poking it.
Right.
And that aided accuracy. So for once, you know, 4 rails was better than 2.
And I don't think anyone teaches you that stuff. That's got to come from within.
Both players playing at a tremendous pace right now. Pagulayan at 923, Van Boening, what does that say, 868? On the 5x10, 840s professional level, 870 world class.
Well, in case you just tuned in, folks, this match means 4,000 to the winner and continue on for the bigger money. But it's for sure 4,000 for the winner.
Six and seven right behind the one. See if Pagulayan goes with a little more power now. Very square hit. 6 ball did not make the pocket. Came up short, just barely. He's left a shot. Yeah, he's going to be sickened by that.
Yeah, everything is open.
Yeah, it's a routine opportunity, and that's how you do not want to turn over the table to Shane with open looks. Wide open balls, an amateur might be attacking the shot already, but Shane's playing careful angles because the 5x10 really extracts a toll if you do not pay attention to your approaches to the subsequent balls. So a shot that looks straightforward and routine to an amateur does not look that way at all to a pro.
You know what amateur means? When defined, love of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say passionate about the sport.
Yeah, love of the game. Is that what amateur means?
Kind of proud of my cohort, Danny Diliberto, because he had because you had 4 years of Latin. I know how hard that is. That's no joke.
Yeah, many years ago, folks.
You retained the discipline, and it improved your vocabulary, and would suggest that you were a bit more scholarly than any other pool player that I know.
But also, folks, and people ask me about it, you know, why do you have to take Latin? It's an exercise for the mind and the brain. Mm-hmm. So that's just like lifting weights.
Agreed.
You know, it does, so folks, if you're in school, stay there because it's going to develop your brain.
Now, Shane went and measured the 6 into the side off the 8, as well as possibly playing it in the corner. Looks like he arrived at he's going to play it in the corner.
And also, folks, come to Derby City Tournament if you're in the area. The best players in the world, the best playing. So if you're in the area, stop in here.
He's going to back the cue ball up. He was checking his angle. He's going to need to get it back about a foot.
Well, it'll be close to that. I'll tell you, that's probably a foot.
That's just a little bit more. I think it still plays okay.
You mean it was 13 inches?
Yeah.
Oh,
this will be top spin, 2 cushion position. Just let it come right on across the table. This is more an exercise in ball pocketing than position play. He wants to have the cue ball released from the second cushion. Speed was good.
Oh, he didn't even hit a rail.
Boy. 2 cushions. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you're right. Because when you accurately pocket balls, your speed control is so much better. If you hit it slightly heavier or thinner, then that's what affects your exact angle and speed. And you can see he played that just the way he intended. This is good execution here because even though he had an open layout, he made it look pretty simple. And this is certainly not on a 5x10 with 4.5-inch pockets. Another thing that bears mentioning is the quality of the table. You need a high-quality table to be able to play like this, so you can judge it.
That's what we got. High-quality table, cloth, everything else. The equipment is advanced.
A one-piece slate diamond 10-foot table.
Unbelievable.
Unheard of. Just going to stun it down table one rail.
In the old days, it took 2 days to set up all the tables. But if you see how Greg Sullivan does it with the truck, they slide the tables all together. You just got to connect the legs. But we used to have to wait for 2 days before everything was ready. Now they do it real quick.
2 days, 50 tables. No, you'd have to have about
Maybe
5
more,
crews. You'd have to
yeah,
have 5
maybe more.
crews doing 3-piece slates.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
for days.
Well, I exaggerated a little just to get you the idea.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right.
Greg Sullivan has every kind of equipment to do it quick and accurate.
It's amazing. And these play so much better than when you had 3-piece slates, even though it took way less time. The performance characteristics of the table are superior, no matter what kind of crack crews you had doing the other way. I remember when Greg was a member of the men's professional board of directors, and he came to us, this has been, 30 years ago, and said, yeah, Brunswick turned me down, so I'm just going to start making my own tables. And all of us players looked at each other like, yeah, right. Greg's going to make a pool table.
Well, Greg Sullivan, in case you people don't know it, he's made the diamond tables, and he's responsible for this tournament being on every year.
Yeah, Shane's not finding the side pockets with those balls regularly.
Yeah, he probably knows it, too.
Yet another dry break. Oh, yeah, he definitely knows it. I mean, he pays keen attention to that. He'll likely move his cue ball position next break.
He's in a battle with this little Pagulayan.
Yeah, one's a Hall of Famer, one's a future Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about that. Super tough match, and the only way to separate yourself from another great player is to win some games that they do not get to play in. Otherwise, it's basically a 50-50 battle because neither one of you are going to miss many balls or make grotesque errors. So to distinguish yourself, you have to capture a couple games your opponent doesn't get to have an impact in the outcome.
No, you're right. And you can do everything right and never win a tournament. Believe me, we had a few players who never won. Good players.
Yeah. Look at that nice shot that Pagulayan made. And when you watch the cue ball track down table, you can see it was right on the vertical axis. There was not a hint of side spin. That greatly aids the superior accuracy. If you want supreme firepower, you have to be able to hit the microdot on the cue ball, where many of us attempt to do so, but then we microscopically hit slightly left or right because our strokes are a little bit flawed, and then by the time it travels that distance, it affects that precision.
Well, earlier I did say that that's what I found out about Van Boening. He hits the cue ball so accurately, and that's important. That's why he has such speed.
Alex did not hit the pocket cleanly with the 2, but he did get the cue ball down near the 3, past the 5, and he's in pretty good alignment here to collect these balls. This is called 1-inning 10 ball, meaning the first good shot on an open layout, the guys capture the whole game.
Yeah,
and
automatically.
There's only been 1 or 2 safeties along the way, and then once somebody, got control of the table, that was that. Not been many open frames. Nice hit. That was one of those in-between strokes where you had to stun it forward and offline. Good speed there. Made use of expanding the pocket with the good speed, and that allowed him to slow the cue ball down a little bit by hitting the 3 ball just a little heavier.
Yeah, he's checking his closing because any touching of a ball by any part of you is a foul. You can't afford a foul against, oh boy. He missed the ball.
He tried to do a little something extra to get the cue ball to release from the rail, and in so doing, he overcut the shot to get the cue ball away from the rail.
Yeah, bad thinking.
So there was an unforced error, and
Definitely.
that's going to have a bearing in the outcome of this one.
Definitely. You can't do this with Van Boening. You're going to give away the game. You said they're automatically out when they're open, but they're not, as we could see.
Yeah, that was one of those little hiccups because he would have missed that one on a 9-foot table. You know, we normally say, oh, the 10-foot table takes a little toll, but that was missed by enough dimension that it wouldn't have gone on a 9-foot table either. He was
I
just.
have to correct you. You could hiccup, but don't miss the ball. Well, he got full enough, I think, to draw it into the rail and take the shot on the 8, I believe.
I
don't
thought
know
he was
if
going to stun 2 rails.
Maybe. He might do it one rail.
Oh, no, topspin.
Yeah, he did it one rail.
This isn't easy
No,
either.
we got a little bit thinner than he wanted to, but
Yeah, it's makeable, but then, you know, the speed and everything is, and then you're pretty close.
yeah, you don't want to put any English that makes the shot tougher.
No, just straight topspin.
Good shot.
It was.
Now I think he'll hit the side rail and go 2 rails
Players,
to the 10.
today you do need to buy back immediately.
There's the overhead. We got it. So Danny's talking about here, 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 and just filter it to here.
That would be the best path, I believe.
Looks like he's queuing low. Yeah, he did. So he
Oh,
went
he's
the
going
4-rail
further.
route
Like I
again.
said earlier, he'd rather shoot it harder and hit all those rails to feel accurate. Unbelievable. Yeah, we called it wrong, according to this guy.
Yeah. Well, nice out there. Shane takes advantage of the unforced error, surges ahead by 1 game, 5 games to 4.
But Alex has the break.
Pagulayyan now moved over to the right side of the table as he faces it for the break, just slightly off center. Very square hit.
Going in the no, it went in the side finally.
And he's going to get a shot, Danny. Oh, it's kind of, you might know the 9 would be up just a little bit high. It's not just hanging, so it does require a little bit more accuracy, but very doable for Pagulayyan.
Oh, he'll do it, no doubt about it.
And he loves this opportunity. Maybe make a little bit of amends for that last rack. Flickered just a little bit, trying to get position, cost him. Is he playing the billiard on the 9? Is that what he's looking at? Can he control the 1 ball well enough?
He'll have to hit the 1 very thin if he does that, because you're going to have the 1 in the other corner pocket. I don't know. I think he's going to cut it in.
So you think the combination?
It's what he's doing. I'm pretty sure he is. Double kiss. It would have been tough to miss if you hit it close like that.
Now he's left the 1 thin enough that cue ball control is a little bit of an issue here.
It is, because the 2 is a little tricky position, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, because it doesn't go past the 4, and if you tried to play a 2-4 combination, you really better be spot on line.
Yeah, he's going to have to put a little bit of right-hand English, I think.
Inside spin.
That's
okay,
what he did.
Yeah. What a nice shot that was.
That was not easy, folks.
To make it look like that, no. Cue ball does not naturally want to go there, and then you have to have the right speed.
You're shooting the ball 8 feet away, and you're using English. Awful tough to have right speed and accuracy, and he had both. But he's one of the best all-around players in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't be surprised by what he just did. He'll probably do it again.
The 10 balls.
He's in a match here against
Yeah. The 10
like the
balls.
favorite maybe in this tournament.
What a nice shot. And
It
going
was.
around the 4 allowed him to apply a little more pace to
That
hold
was-
the accuracy on the
That
2
was
ball.
the big part of the shot. He did that. Great hit, great speed.
Beautiful. Now it's a 1 rail. He's just going to stun the cue ball to the cushion near the side pocket and let it release with just maybe a hint of right-hand English. Just getting clear of the cushion and nearly straight in on the 6.
Very well. Did that great. Now he was looking to see what angle he needs to go 1 rail to the 10
Looks
off
like
the next ball.
looks like if he just rolls forward 6 inches, that's the easiest way to get on the 10.
Yeah, it'll be perfect. Just needs an angle where you make the ball and you're automatically on the 10.
Yeah, that's what he's measuring right now. That's the angle that lends itself to an easy 2-cushion transfer or possibly even a 1-cushion transfer. Just want to get through the center of the table.
Well, what I always say is the second rail doesn't count.
Well, you see
You're
this
going
layout,
1.
you see this distribution. Everything's open, everything's away from the rail. But look how much care he's put into crafting this, so he's now going to have to strain to pocket the 10. So amateurs make the mistake. Well, he went back, so now he's going to just go 2 cushions at the 10.
I don't really like that. You know, he'll do it, but I don't think that's the best percentage way. If you do it 100 times, I think you get out more the other way, 1 rail.
Well, it's hard
No
to
problem.
Yeah, it's hard to criticize. This guy's in the Hall of Fame and still winning, you know. So if that's what he thinks.
It wasn't very
Yeah.
critical. I just mentioned a figure. If you do it 100 times, I think you'll do it better the other way. But that doesn't mean you can't do it that way, which he showed you.
Well, he recovers from his last mistake and ties the match back up at 5 games apiece.
Now it's a race to 6, folks.
As well. So we head into rack 11. Shane Van Boening.
Look at that.
Both players over 9.
GPA, both in the 900s. Alex is a little ahead that way, but it's a tie match.
48 balls for Van Boening, 51 balls pocketed for Pagulayan. That pretty much tells the whole tale. Each player with 5 errors. Both players playing well. Sometimes that doesn't necessarily translate to a close match. Just how the balls are distributed. In this particular case, it's been pretty equitable. Van Boening now moving the cue ball a little bit on the break. He was a little bit disappointed with some of the outcomes of his previous breaks. Gonna try something a little bit different. It's the 4 and the 5 right behind the 1. 4 ball was short. A lot of ball action there. I didn't get to see where the 5-ball went. Yet another dry break for Van Boening, and that's of all the players, that's the most unusual circumstance for him. Both players over 900 this after 10 games. It's a very high standard. Alex is pushed to a kick. Going to try to hit the high side of the 1-ball and let the cue ball come back over across by the 6-ball. He moved the 2-ball further forward, so there's a little bit of a blocker there. If he can get the cue ball back over there off the top of this 1-ball, that's what he tried.
He did it pretty well.
Yeah, from where he was at.
I think he left a hit, but he did not leave a shot.
Shane can cut the 1, but he has to turn the cue ball loose, and this is not an easy shot. He can also filter the cue ball 2 cushions over behind the 2.
Well, he's pointing to the left part, whatever that means.
Over behind the 2.
That's where he's putting the cue ball. He's going to try a dirty shot, and he executed that pretty well.
So both players played the shot well. Alex had the kick and hit the high side of the 1. Not an easy shot to do. He accomplished that.
Well, Alex is going to have to massay the ball now to hit this ball. I mean, he can go 1 rail kicking, which he's aiming to do. I thought he could massay it, but this is a bigger ball. Yeah. No good.
He missed it on the amateur side. You'd rather come a little short on that one because you can hit it off the rail. But once again, he went too short.
Well, you do this with Shane with an open table, you could forget this game, I believe.
Interesting that Shane purposely played the 2-ball into the cushion slightly before making the combination, so the 2-ball released from the long rail. Get it over the pocket.
Well, I said Irving Crane, when he decided to do something in a match, you knew it was the right thing. This is the same kind of guy. Whatever way he goes, you know is the right way.
Shane fell just a little flat on the 4. There is
Only a little. He's got a pretty good angle. Yeah, especially with the speed changes the angle anyway. But you were right.
Now there is a 7-10 combination. He'd rather refrain from playing that if he could, but depends upon how he got on the 6. I'm going to take a look at the 7-10. The issue is going out, if he doesn't get the cue ball past the middle of the table, then the cue ball may glide into the 10 as he pockets the 7. So now he's looking at drawing back.
Yeah, I think he's going to play the run out. I don't think he's going to play the combination because it's tough to get there perfect.
Mm-hmm. Big draw here into a thin side pocket. No, he was going forward. He is going to play the combination.
Well, I was wrong again.
Well,
But it's like you always say, if you don't get perfect on this, it's a tough shot.
right. This is definitely missable.
Yes, it is.
He figures to make it more than half the time.
And he did.
And like you said, he took advantage of an open layout there. You can see nothing's easy. Even with the balls all open, he ended up having to play a 7-10 combo that he didn't really want, but that's just how he fell on the 6.
Plus the gravity of the match enters.
Yeah.
You know, this match is worth 4,000. If you lose, you get nothing, and you're out of it.
We're going to have a short player timeout, everybody. All right, everybody. We are back. They took a momentary break to allow Danny and myself's heart rate to settle in here, so we can recapture this for the last half of the match. 6-5 is our score. Van Boening in front. Pagulayan now breaking. Missed the head ball a little bit there.
Oh, he didn't make the side ball. He made one in the corner.
Made the 3 and has a shot. There you saw the magic or the outsfill rack lifted off by referee Ricky Bryant. 2 balls right in the middle of that where the rack was placed.
Well, the shot is a pretty easy shot, but position on the 2 is going to be tricky. Which way would you go? 2 rails?
Yeah, I think.
Short rail, both ways?
No, long rail. No, both long rails. If we can get the overhead real quick. I think he's going to play the 1 ball and then draw to get back out into this area
Well,
right
those
here.
are both the short rails.
Well, those are long rails. The short rails are the end rail.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Man, what a good shot that was. He
Really
went
a
the,
good shot.
He went the 3rd rail and then let it release. Confident strike of the ball there. That was a really good shot because if you pocket that 1 ball a little thick or a little thin, and that cue ball comes a little short of where it's at now or a little further, you're really in trouble. Instead, he fell just about perfect. The 4 is right next to the 2 ball now down there. Great speed, great touch. He powered up a 3-rail shot, and then he just moved the cue ball 8 inches on that shot. Uh-oh. He didn't get behind the 9. No.
You're right. He could have gone behind the 9 with that speed.
I think he got away from him just a hair there.
But it counts.
And, you know, even moving the 9 down by the 8, that sometimes can be problematic, but his approach to the 8 from the 7 will allow him to filter the cue ball in between the 8 and 9. So that 7 ball really helps.
Well, we're going to see a draw stroke eventually.
Well, I think this is just 2 cushions. You know, he wants to get the angle. I don't think it's draw. I think
No,
it's
you're
end
right.
rail.
You're right. Got a missed 10 going through.
He wants to preserve a cut angle onto the 7. Man, that's good. All right. Now you can just roll it in.
Yeah, you want to get straight in on the 8, of course, so you can get to the 9, which he did. Got enough angle to make an angle.
Yeah, when you're this close like this, these guys are so effective.
That's good speed.
Once it bounces away from the cushion, it's just a certainty he's going to make the 10. And the Lion completes his second break and run out of the match and ties the score at 6 games apiece.
Now it's a race to 5, folks.
Race to 5. Shane Van Boening will have the break.
Very interesting match. TPA and the score are similar.
9-10, 9-17. Okay, you know, we want to certainly mention that we want to thank our statistics sponsor, Q-Tech Qs. That's what the big hoss uses right here, Shane Van Boening. He plays Q-Tech. A lot of ball action. Dry break. This is the most unusual circumstance. Shane rarely goes through matches where he has multiple dry breaks. Certainly can't fault him for the hit, the impact on the head of the moles.
Can't make the one. He can hit it, but he can't make it. So we're going to see safety play, I think.
Going to require a delicate shot for sure. Don't know if we can grab the overhead here. If we can. I think he's looking at trying to overcut the one ball down here so that the cue ball comes across here and comes over here. But this takes super control to thread that between those two balls like that.
But I don't think there's a kiss if he does that. I think he beats the kiss if he banks that upstream to the right. You could hit it with a little speed. You might get him with something.
He's going to push out.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think you're supposed to push out here. You're going to get the worst of this push out. What are you going to do? Kick now, or is the 9 dead in the side? No. I don't like that. I would have to give this back.
Okay, so he wants to kick 2 cushions in behind. Can we get the overhead, Pat? He's looking at maybe kicking 2 cushions here and letting the cue ball filter across the table while the one ball comes down table.
No, I didn't like this decision.
No, he's going to kick the other way.
Yeah. Well, he did all right with it, but he didn't snooker him.
That's a fantastic shot from there because he's going to get back to the table for sure. And that's what you're trying to do. If Shane's got to kick 2 rails, how much, I mean, there's nothing he can do here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is a fantastic
Let's watch
shot.
this again.
This is handling the object balls quite well. Good speed.
And he had this planned when he pushed.
Right. Now Shane can go 2 rails thin and get separation here. Maybe bring the cue ball down by the 2. Oh, he hit too heavy.
He's going to leave a bank. Well, he's going to leave a cut right in, probably. I think he can make this. Bad idea. And Alex did the right stuff because he's getting the shot at the table.
From the break, when he didn't have a shot, he's earned himself an opportunity, and that's what the best you can do from a push out.
Yeah, he can cut this right in. Kill it a little.
A very interesting push-out exchange there of kick safeties. Now he banked them one
Yeah,
in.
it was really a chess move.
Yeah, very heady play.
And he got to where he's shooting.
Yeah, he's earned a scoring opportunity from that series.
He did.
Boy, good speed there.
Perfect speed.
A little straight there. So he's thinking about, do I want to try to work the cue ball back to play this 4-ball into the side pocket? That 7-ball's right in the middle of the zone he'd like to be in. So
He'll overcome that.
he might be able to manipulate the cue ball on the other side of the 7 towards the 4 in this fashion. Yeah.
Oops.
Took the 7 out of play altogether. Now he can just roll forward here, and the rest of the rack play is very straightforward. Just preserve a hint of an angle on the 5. Just roll it ahead 6 inches. Now he has this angle. He would like to stay on the same side of the 6-ball that the cue ball is presently located. That's what he's eyeing up. He's got his little angle now that easily transfers the cue ball 1 cushion to the 7. The great players like this center table angle on this 7, even though the inside angle will allow you to transfer over, but they control that 1 cushion route much more consistently. Well, he went to the inside angle, and that allowed him to work the cue ball
He
closer.
got perfect. You know, easy to make this and fall on the 8. I mean, if you're Van Boening, the only hope you got is the 9 to the 10. Not that you hope, you know, you kind of know this game is over.
Yeah. Well, 2 games ago, Pagulayan made the unforced error in the middle of an open rack like that, but that's really the only one that's occurred throughout this match. He was just trying to get a little extra angle at that time when he really didn't need it. Flinched a little bit at the shot, way overcut it. Takes years of training to be able to hold your focus and composure through long matches of hotly contested racks like this, and especially on such a challenging table.
And playing the best player in the United States, probably.
Not
you
probably
know, in a
for
big
sure.
match.
Yeah. He's kind of the undisputed best player. I think anyone would think differently. Tremendous execution, and it was all from the little chess moves there at the beginning of the
I
rack.
wanted to say that. See, folks, you could win with the push if you know what to do. And that's how he won this game, by the push thought.
And a chance to move on to the final.
He got the first shot, and he took advantage.
Match today. The winner of this match will await the winner of our next match.
Let's say hello to Yasmin Lalici in Romania. He's always tuned in. He's a great fan, and he's given us great details and facts that we use in our broadcast. So welcome aboard.
And we got Big Mike in Buffalo watching, I'm sure.
7-6 now. Pagulayan back in front.
He keeps just missing the side pocket with that second ball, but he made a ball, and he's got position.
Right. He made one of the random balls there. Things are kind of... Well, he's being rewarded for the great series of plays that he's made thus far in the match, and particularly last rack.
Well, he's got a chance to go ahead 2 games. Big time to go ahead 2. You're getting near the finish line. Well, you got to avoid hitting balls here. You got some obstructions with position, but let's see what he does.
Got away from him.
Is he going to scratch?
No.
Yes. Good hit. Maybe a little too hard.
Shane made maximum use of ball in hand there to work the cue ball very near the 3 to make the rest of the rack play very straightforward and as simple as possible.
Yeah, there's no problems here.
But simple does not mean easy. You still have to pay attention.
Oh, no. For you fans out there that might have trouble running 6 balls, you say, why is he saying that? There's 6 balls left. Well, because these are the best players in the world. That's why.
Which means they're going to get optimum angles most of the time.
You know, the ball's not stopping there at random. They're putting it there for the next angle. That's when you become a better player.
Chose this path so he could keep the cue ball on the same side of the table the 6 is on, so he doesn't have any obstruction balls to when he pockets a 7.
Yeah, he got good here. Wants to get straight in.
Well, he went clear across the table, just the opposite of what I just said. So
He got good.
he did. Yeah, he fell in the exact right zone. Now it's just let the cue ball travel a little bit towards the center. Tied back up at 7 games apiece.
Race to
Pagulayan
4, folks.
had a chance to complete his 3rd break and run out of the match. Van Boening has 0 break and runouts thus far.
So far, the closest match.
Inadvertent scratch cost him. Shane punished him for that, and it will be breaking.
And Shane Van Boening has a chance at the break.
Both players well over 900. The other day I gave a statistic that last year there was 9 or 6 900 matches in this, but I was looking at the Accu-Stats catalog, and that's where the figure came from. That was the winning scores. There were some losing scores that were 900. Last year there was actually 9 900 scores out of 15 matches on a 5x10.
That is great play. But the play has picked up over the years. You know, that's what I started to say earlier. You know, the best players are the best players nowadays. That didn't change, but there's just more of them now.
Well, there's Shane.
Made a ball.
Hammered the rack.
Made a few. What did
yeah,
you make?
exactly.
3?
Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, 3 balls. Nice starting shot here on the 3 ball. We'll have to travel the cue ball a bit, but very manageable. And that's what he's deciding right now. How he wants to go about this. Good shot there. Is he going to drag it down by the side pocket in between the long rail and the 9, or is he coming all the way back? Gonna drag it.
Perfect. Perfect. He's got a little angle to get closer to the 9. He sure got closer.
Smoothly
A little
so.
bit of a draw shot.
He fell a little straight, so now this is that same thing where he might consider drawing all the way back to the end rail rather than just go for speed control.
Or he might just consider sticking there and taking the shot.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get better position except stopping there. You can only get worse. Oh, he likes to hit rails.
Yeah, the other way he had to go through the zone. He actually overhit this a bit,
Yeah,
but he'd rather be on the north side here.
Yeah, but he would have got just as good a shot just making the ball. Oh, boy. Oh, he knows it, too.
A minor heart
He
palpitation
wants
there.
to apologize for that. Did you see it? He wanted to say, I'm sorry, but it went. Yeah, he could have missed that.
Well, that's how you know when you're playing well, when you almost miss. That was the first break and run out of the match by Van Boening. He surges in front, 8-7. To put on a performance of this nature, it takes 2 players that have dedicated their entire life to the sport. That's the only way you can get one to look like this. Pagulayan will now attempt to retaliate. Dry break.
Try big.
Wide open layout.
Yeah, he's not happy, of course. How could you be? Your opponent gets on the hill with this one.
No. He'll
He
get to
doesn't?
9. He'll get to 9.
Oh, 9,
Yeah.
okay. It's what you say, the game before the hill.
He's on the hill to get on the hill or something. But
Right.
anyway, he's still got to run these balls.
He does, yeah.
But he does have a great opportunity, a great start. 2's right here, 3's over the corner pocket. Everything else is open, nothing on the rail. Yeah, there's some decision with this shot. Doesn't have an easy transfer angle from how flat he fell on the 2 ball.
He did fall flat. You always want a little bit of an angle. And the way he's got to go, balls are going to be obstructing.
Right. Now you have to execute a stroke to create the direction where you'd rather use the angle to create the direction. He's capable of doing it, but just requires a little more effort and perfect execution. He's looking for any way he could, even remain long, just get the angle or the shot on the 3 ball. Big draw stroke here.
It was a big draw stroke.
And he's fallen right back in line now.
Yeah, he's got an angle also. Well, he came a tad short, didn't he?
No, he's
beautiful.
good.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's
He
good.
can have his way with this one.
Yeah.
The 6-ball, the 7-ball helps a lot because it's near the side pocket. So even if he falls straight on the 6, he can still get around the table to the 8. Think he'll go like a 3-cushion route here. Is that?
Yeah, if you don't hit those 2 balls.
Well, yeah, that's.
I think you can hit it full enough to just draw it. You know, where the balls are sitting, you can get straight in the other pocket.
Looks like he's going to. Oh, maybe he is drawing it. No, he's
No,
going
he
between
went-
them. Wow. He had to warp that angle to get in
Good
between
shot.
there. Great shot. He determined that was the easiest way to get there. Very confident in his execution because when you look at the overhead here, you can definitely see the gap between the 9 and 10 at that angle of approach. It takes a precise pocketing of the ball on the side.
Oh, look at this shot. That's perfect. That was good. I mean, you know, you could have done a lot of things, but he came up with the perfect angle
Right.
to get to the 8.
He worked hard to get to the simplest path to get to the 8. A lot of ways led there, but this will be the most consistent way.
Yeah, but now you still need an angle to at least go 2 rails off the 8. Did he get it? Yes. Now he wants to get straight in on the 9. And he got there.
High quality shot there.
Sure is.
Got to a stop shot here. Yeah. And this is what Alex PAGULAYAN's worst nightmare was after the break when he saw the layout of the balls, was that Shane would go through there unscathed. Expanding his lead 2 games here in the late stages of the match, 9-7.
9 games to 7. He'll have the break to go to the hill.
Shane is definitely
Nothing.
frustrated because now he's returned the favor to PAGULAYAN. Not quite as open of a layout, but nevertheless a dry break with an open shot on the 1.
Had a break, got a little fickle.
Interesting. The 4-ball is kind of in the nose of the pocket there, but these pockets are tight, so it's very easy to get a double kiss or have a problem. And then getting on the 3s doesn't have to be easy.
Good first shot.
Well, he's a little straight for getting on the 3, and I don't know that. I mean, he could maybe just roll ahead and get the window between the 6 and 9 for the 3, but it's a pretty small window.
You're right. It's a gamble for sure.
Oh, he played the 4. Okay, so that would go. And look at how he checked up the 2 ball there. That was a great shot. I didn't see it that way. Delicate, nice. Flattening out the draw shot there to get around the other side of the 3. He's preserved the angle to get down on the 5 with that shot.
Well, does the 5 pass the 10?
He wouldn't have played it that way if he didn't know that it does. He would have examined that, so I'm sure it does. Although from our vantage point, it's not possible for me to exactly tell. Yeah, it clearly does.
Yeah, definitely. Still got some work to do, Mark.
Oh, yeah, he's got to go a long ways here to get on that 6. Heart of the pocket. That contributes to great speed control.
Oh, you got good here. Got good.
Yeah, very good shot.
But I don't think he can go 1 rail.
Nor I. Looks like
From
it's very
6
thin.
to the 7. He's going to have to hit probably 2 or 3 rails.
Yeah, I think he's going to go around the table 3 rails here.
Yeah.
Come on
Missed
around
the
the
8
balls.
and 10. That's what he did.
Now he got a little straight, Danny.
Yeah, he needs an angle.
Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, he didn't get any angle. He's going to have to work
Right.
here.
Exactly. So he needs to pull the cue ball back. We have the overhead. Let me just show you. He needs to get the cue ball back on this side. Anything over here so the cue ball naturally goes around.
I don't think he has that kind of angle.
Yeah, you can just draw back.
He's okay, and he can cue the ball. Oh, a little bit weak. Still got work to do, a little bit weak. You got a thin hit here.
Yeah, this is the shot that Shane's been opting for 4 cushions rather than 2.
You're right. You learned that, Mark. You'd be a tough guy now. Oh, good shot. He did what Shane would do, but a little short.
There's the 4th cushion.
Oh, he's good. He's a fighter.
Very good run out.
Still in the match.
9-8, things are getting...
Still in the match. He's dead in it. I woke up this morning a little tired, had a cup of coffee, and then now this match has completely woke me up, Danny. The
I'm
excitement.
glad you didn't look woke at breakfast.
Look at 921. Our Q-Tech stats. 921 for Pagulayan. That's a very high score, but he's still trailing in the match to Shane Van Boening's 943. 9-8 is the actual game count. Well, you're not going to see a better pool match no matter where you go
I
in the
know
world.
this is a good one.
Pagulayyan, love to be productive on the break here. Took a lot off of it.
Oh, he made the ball on the side this time.
It looks like he's getting a shot on the
Oh,
one.
he does.
Oh,
He has a shot.
No, he does not.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't have the shot.
If the 6 hadn't rubbed up like that, he would have. He would have had a golden opportunity. Now it's going to be a safety exchange, it looks like.
Well, he outsaved Shane last time it came to this.
Sure did.
See if he could do it again.
Going to have to do it with the bridge, it appears.
He's kicking at it lightly. He's trying to freeze him on the. Oh, pretty good
What
shot.
a shot. What a
Good
heady
shot.
shot.
Stuck the cue ball. That is a good shot.
He feels like Shane can hit them. I don't know. I don't think so.
What were you thinking?
He kind of looked like he was dissatisfied with the outcome of that, and this is, to me, it looks optimal.
Well, he could be bluffing.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I guess that Shane can hit the one. And it's just a matter of what he can do with the one ball after he hits it. Scratch.
Watch out, cue ball. It went in. It went in.
So once again, from that opening shot,
He outsaved him.
Pagulayyan has maneuvered himself to get a good shot with an open layout.
This could be a tie ball game.
Yeah, this shot, this is kind of one of the big shots of the rack right here. If he can fall good on the 2.
Yeah, that's the whole rack here. Get on the 2 at the proper angle.
Then it's just the formality of execution thereafter, which is not easy, but it's certainly very manageable. This shot right here is going to set that up. How's his speed?
Part 1 is okay.
Gorgeous. All right. You'd think, what's he looking at? What's the big deal? But no, he wants to get the perfect angle on the 5 that makes an easy transition to the 6. Looks like he wants to take the conservative way, which yields greater consistency. So it'll just be a 2-cushion position from the 5 to the 6, I believe. Nope. Yes. Yeah, he's got the nice angle here. Economy of travel. Coming all the way down table.
You sure did go all the way down. That was to assure the proper angle.
Is he going to just try to thread by the 9 ball? Is he going to go around 3 rails?
Well, you don't want to hit the 9.
At all. It's kind of iffy. I think he may end up choosing to go 3 rails.
Maybe.
Nope. Uh-oh.
Oh, you shot it where the 9 was in the way,
Okay.
but he got away with it so far.
Real good shot there.
Perfect angle. Draw it back. Don't have to hit anywhere else. But he did. Perfect.
Yeah, very nicely played rack once again. And that was all set up from that safety play that Pagulayan played right after the break.
Yeah, he came strong with 2 safeties that won the match, or the games. They both need 2 now. Race to 2.
929, 933, your TPA.
It's certainly indicative of the score.
Elite world-class 10-ball on display here. If you don't like this, there must be something wrong with you. That's an ode to my wife, Karaoke Kathy, just so you know. All right, Shane, just to the right of the center of the table. See if he cranks up the power here. He did. Very square hit.
And look how he killed the cue ball.
Oh, 2-ball rimmed the pocket, but didn't fall. Yeah, dry break again.
He did. And he's getting tired of this.
That is not his game. He creates a lot of offense from the break, and now he's having the gunfight every rack.
Yeah. The break got fickle on Van Boening.
It's a rare day when we say that he's struggling with the break, and he's hitting it well. He's just not, but usually he's so productive. In the first match, twice he made 4 balls on the break, and he steadily reined in 1 and 2 balls on the break.
Well, I think he's got a window to hit it. Doesn't have a shot, I don't think. You're not going to shoot the 8, but I think he can hit this ball. Well, he's looking through there. I'm going to find out if I'm right. I think he can hit it. But where do you put it?
Might have to go rail first if he's going between the 7th and 10.
No, I think he can hit it, but what do you do from there?
Yeah,
I mean, you 2-rail the ball safe? You know.
I just don't think he can hit that much of it. That's a decision.
Well, he can hit it thin then.
Yeah, thin.
That's what he needs.
If he has direct access.
Well, he hasn't made up his mind yet, but it's nothing that's obvious.
Well, there's nothing easy here from that off-angle odd range.
I think he can 2-rail it and get the cue ball long. You know, to both sides. No, watch out. Oh, a great shot. I think it's a great shot, but maybe he has the ball on the side.
Well, he does have the ball on the side, but getting on the 2 is quite another issue here. Enough so that Alex may just really lightly roll up on the 1 and try to put the cue ball behind the 6 and 5.
That's what he did.
Very good shot.
Good shot.
Now Shane can kick at this into the side pocket here because it comes with quite a reward if he succeeds.
Very thin hit. Kicking it.
Right. It's just that you don't figure to come out of it any better way. You have to hit it anyway.
Yeah, you got to hit it.
There's some failure rate with this, but it also comes with a reward if you can connect. Hit it pretty good.
Good enough to sleep in the street. Well, Alex has got a chance to get on the hill.
That was a great effort. Get the cue ball down there. Now Alex got to make a tough shot. This might be up and down 2 cushions rather than 1. You have to check it up with just a little bit of left-hand top spin.
Yeah, I think you do have to go 2 cushion. Still doesn't have to turn out good.
No, there's just some danger.
And it's the whole game here. Fall on the next ball, and you're the favorite to get out. But it's going to be tricky.
Oh, good decision. He went with inside spin on a thin cut like that.
Oh, he
And
got
opted
good.
that way for cue ball control. Now he's earned the upper hand in this rack.
I don't see any problems this rack. Yeah, you can roll this one in. Good shot.
Beautiful.
Right, he put that ball perfect.
He purposely played the billiard the 6th ball forward so he could be straight rather than try to draw around it or do something else.
Yeah, he got good on it.
Yeah, this is one of those matches that nobody really loses. It's just that the one guy ran out of time.
Yeah, like you say, both well played. Oh, he got good on the 8 now.
He sure did.
This is where he needed to get.
Just like to draw the cue ball back right where it's at right now.
It'll probably be a little further than that. No, that's about the way you called it.
Well, that's good. Well, maybe came back
Good
a little
enough,
further. He's
because
close.
he can make this without getting on the cushion.
Right. Yeah, the difference of being on the cushion from there or not on the cushion probably ups your success rate about 20 or 30%. This is to get on the hill first. Both players north of 930 on the QTech TPA.
He got on the hill.
Check out that TP.
Man, what a match.
Great match right now. Alex PAGULAYAN 10-9 and has the break.
Like to send a recognition out to Bob Lehman, tuned in from Chicago. Thanks for being aboard. He had a specific question that's not easily answered on the air. However, if you tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m., we're going to do a pool clinic here for an hour. We may even have a special guest, but nonetheless, we'll have kind of an interesting presentation tomorrow on accustats.com, 11 to noon Eastern. Okay, PAGULAYAN on the hill and breaking.
Kingo Suzuki, table 39. Kingo Suzuki, table 39. You're on the clock.
If that's a dry break, which it is, Shane's going to have a chance to come to the table. He recognizes the 8 and 9 are tied up. If he can work the cue ball close to the 2 ball here, he then might be able to pick up an angle where he can introduce some inside spin and billiard the 9 ball free of the 8 while
And still play position.
right, while having the insurance
That's
of the 3
straight
ball.
pool. This is straight pool, if he does that.
Doesn't appear that he has the right angle for that, Danny.
No,
So now
no, he can't even juice it because it makes the shot missable. You would like to have the angle to go into the 9, but I don't think he has that.
right.
But he's at the table, so that's a big advantage. Well, he played position for a safe, I guess.
No, he's got the 3 ball
Oh,
right
he's
here.
got the 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, he could go at the 9 here, but then the 4 ball plays so thin.
Right, it makes the
So
shot tough.
we'll see what he thinks. Now he's going after it. Okay, now the 4 does go by,
Yeah,
but he
got
didn't
good.
get the 9 cleared. No, they didn't. I don't know. It's borderline whether he got enough room to
I
pocket
think
it.
he does.
If he does, then that would be a fantastic
Let's
shot.
watch the body language. I think he's got it.
There's always a little more room than you can see, and he thinks so too. I can tell by his body language, just like you suggested. He feels like this goes. Great shot. The audience is clapping, not because he pocketed that ball, but because he opened up the 8 ball and got the shot on the 4.
You know, no more problems. And there's nothing really missable either. So it's going to be a hill match for the crowd.
Nice
Very
speed
well
there.
played.
Yeah, nice speed there to make sure he had an angle.
Well, I think he's going to draw at 2 rails, which he did.
I think he got a little more angle than he wanted. He
Right, he would
conveniently
like to have been
stopped.
straight. You're right.
And this is in that kind of nether region where going across the table is not that easy because it's pretty wide, but it's not wide enough to maybe comfortably kill.
Could he go under the 9 without hitting it?
Just slow rolling? Is that
No, draw it.
Oh, drawing. Oh, around it. Okay.
He can go underneath it, I believe. No, he decided to go 2 rails.
Okay, and see how the cue ball arced, kind of arced
Yeah,
coming
it's
off
'cause
the
the
8.
high took.
Right, and well, and plus
Well,
it was
this
just
is no bargain.
it was in that nether region that I was saying. It was he got right in the exact one zone.
Oh, this is not a bargain. Is he banking this? Probably. But he's not making it. Oh, he gave Alex a chance to win the match. Alex has got a bank.
Man,
Right,
I
you
don't know.
bank this, don't you? I don't
can't
think you
tell.
can cut
This-
it and go forward.
I don't. It doesn't bank easy. It's a
It doesn't do anything easy.
no. Exactly right. This is the. We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
If he's gonna
cutting
bank it, he's gonna have to hit it like a bullet to shorten it up enough because he's pretty wide.
And if he cuts it, he's going to have to hit the end rail second
Well, I
and
don't
go
know.
forward.
He's up.
That would be very difficult.
I
But
think he almost has to go side rail if he's going to cut it. Trying to use inside spin on a cut of this magnitude and then make sure you beat that corner. That would be
you got to
tough.
make this ball and gives you a chance to win the match. You got to make it. He's looking at it. I don't know what path he's going to go with the cue ball,
I think he's just going across the center of the table and stay on that end and just try
like
to.
where he is right now. He'd
Well,
love to get there.
I don't think he can get back there.
I don't either. That's why I called going forward.
So he's going safe.
Oh, he banked it, but he didn't hit it hard enough.
Oh,
Yes,
hit it
he did.
pretty good.
Pretty good is right. Very good shot.
Now Shane
Very
does.
tempting there to shoot.
Yeah, well, he could bank. He's not going to lose playing safe here, so he's
No,
going to
he's
either cut
shooting.
it or bank it.
I say he's banking it.
Well, he's going to defy me.
Now he's looking at cutting it. But
right.
it's a tough shot cutting it. It's a tough shot banking it. You're in a tough spot, I guess.
Yeah, the safety's real tough, that's for sure. So offense is the order of the day here.
Yeah, you got to shoot. It's like you said, you don't want to lose the match with a phony safe. You got to go down swinging. Might be cutting at it to pocket it.
Reggie Cutler, table 7.
Yeah, he might be. Cue ball's going to fly around if he does that.
He's looking at going into the 10 ball here with the cue ball.
Oh, he overcut it. That's going to be fatal. That's going to be fatal. Well, he did go down swinging, but I think he's going to go down.
Alex is going to billiard the 10 ball here with the
Yeah,
cue
he's
ball.
going right at the 10.
And how that lands will be determined by how the 9 ball enters the pocket, thick or thin, or in the heart.
Well, he's going to have a shot at the 10 no matter what happens. Well, he hit the 10, but look where he is. This is not a gimme at this stage of the game.
Match ball.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure he'll make it. Oh, he trickled it in. Look at this. He's happy to win that.
Well, that's a tough shot. Match
That
ball.
was $4,000, folks.
Oh, what a great match. What a great match.
Look at him.
Of course. Yeah, he's a people's favorite for sure. What an enjoyable match there.
Tough time to beat Van Boening.
Well, we certainly want to thank each of you, and please join us again soon for our continuing coverage from the Derby City Classic. That's our time for this time. Until next time, so long.